Speaking of harping, I need to harp on. So this is the second time we've listened to Greg Bedard.
Yes.
And I think it bothered me more the second time than it did the first. And it bothered me the first time. The whole totality of the comment. How convenient and timely it is to protect the plan. Oh, Drake Maye's not ready, so we couldn't possibly throw him out there to the Wolves. And I'm going to be, what did he say? Like intentionally vague here with what he can't do and what he might be struggling with. And then, but if Brissett gets hurt, they'll be fine. Well, either he's not ready to play.
Right.
If he's not ready to play, isn't it going to be kind of a crap show out there when he has to play? If Brissett gets hurt on the first play against Miami, if the backup quarterback is not ready to play, then it should be an absolute disaster, correct?
I would think so, yeah. If this is the way you're framing it, then yes, and that's the way they framed it.
And if Brissett gets hurt and Maye goes out there and isn't a disaster, doesn't that sort of indicate he was ready to play?
Right, and that he's got the offense just fine. Exactly.
So the front end and the back end of his comment don't marry up. He was trying to appease too many fathers there. Like that the whole thing annoys me because I don't buy it. I do think the organic truth is that Drake Maye is doing good things on the practice field. I really do. I believe the players and the coaches that are impressed by what Drake Maye is doing on the practice field. And I'm not saying that's the be-all, end-all. I know it's 30% of reps, and it's practice, and it's scout team, and all those things. But don't tell me he's not ready, and then tell me if he plays, it'll be fine. You sound like you're spinning a story. You know, when you work to, what is it? When you work to deceive, what a web we weave, or I don't think I nailed
what
that.
What a web we weave when we practice to deceive, I think.
Yeah,
is what
that's
what
that's what Bedard was doing. There was a lot of weaving going on in that little comment there.
Are you saying
he's
deceiving us?
Yeah.
You're saying he's lying?
Well, no, I think he's telling me what somebody told him, and he's just telling me that. I'm not sure if he believes it or not.
Okay,
right?
But someone told him that, then...
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we had a call.
He's not lying, I don't think. Like, that's not deception if he's reporting what someone said.
No, he's part of the deception. He's not the deceiver.
He's
part of a web of deception.
I get it.
And we had a caller earlier that I think made a very logical guess at where he might be getting his information from. I'm not one who's into outing other people's sources or anything like that, but it certainly would behoove and benefit the vice president or player personnel, right? Executive Vice President Elliot Wolf. It would behoove him in his plan to say, everybody out there relax. Drake Maye's not even ready to play. So don't yell at us why we're not playing him. He's not ready to play. But if he has to play, everything will be fine.
Yeah, that could be. I mean, that could certainly be part of it. And I think that Van Pelt is another one in that camp, right? He's all about the guys waiting and not going forward. And I think that less than Elliot Wolf, to be sure, but more so than someone like Gerard Mayo or whoever else. Like I think that Van Pelt may have a incentive for this as well. As soon as he goes in there, I don't have this excuse anymore, and I'm not sure about this team around it. Like we're worried he'll get hit, and we're worried about the team around him. I'm worried about the team around him because I'm supposed to be coaching them up, and they can't block, they can't catch, they can't throw, they can't run, they can't hold the ball, they can't do anything.
So we mentioned it earlier in the week. Could Gerard Mayo be coming to the side of the plan because of the David Andrews injury and just be like, oh my God? Couldn't the opposite be true? Couldn't Alex Van Pelt, with people like you saying, hey, Andy, you think Ben McAdoo is a possibility to run this offense or maybe have a bigger... Shouldn't Alex Van Pelt maybe start to trend in the other way and be like, we stink, and the only spark I see in this whole place is that guy number 10, the quarterback. He might be able to run some of those zone reads and get some actual positive yards, and he might be able to scramble and sling it down the field. I think if the plan is changing, now wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, and honestly, that makes perfect sense to me, what you just said, and that makes perfect sense that they would want to change the subject away from the mutiny, away from all this stuff, and say, here's Drake Maye. All right, everybody, you were waiting for Drake Maye. Fans, you don't want to come to these games anymore. Well, now we got Drake Maye playing, so let's talk about that. Let's make that the new narrative. Start talking about him and his development and how far along he is and how good he's going to be and what quarterbacks you can compare him to through history and all this other stuff. All the things that happen when you have a new quarterback, right? The only problem, though, is that if Drake Maye comes out and he plays and he sucks,
that's a problem.
Is there anything? You're under the barrel now. Like, it's not the bottom of the barrel. You're under the barrel. Like, that's it. There's nowhere. You can't go any further down from that, I don't think.
And the reality is it would appease a lot of people. I think it would appease ownership. It would appease fans. It would appease media, everybody, for a short period of time. Because these things can wear off quickly. It's like John in the car when he said earlier that we loved when we were all having the little rib party with the coaches, and then now we've lost interest. Yeah, well, guess what? You're right. we would all be excited to see Drake Maye, and it would change the emotion. Might even be players. Let's go down the road of Evan Lazar was right, and there's some players that are factoring Drake Maye into their own feelings right now. They might be excited to see Drake Maye out there. There might be an energy. There was buzz in the preseason when he was out there. And then if he goes, I don't know, 3 and out, interception, 3 and out, fumble, then all of a sudden the wheels fall off and everybody realizes now we got nothing. Now we got nothing to bitch about. We got nothing to look forward to or want to turn to.
That's what it is. There's no hope. Drake Maye goes out there and he says there's no hope anymore.
It's
like
over.
He at least represents some sort of hope for you.
Absolutely. That's like you realize you ran out of food on that desert island. Right now you have a little, you rationed and you have like a Twinkie and you're saving this damn Twinkie forever or whatever you want, a buffalo wing, whatever you like, whatever really gets you hot and bothered. And you realize once I eat that though, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
It's over. We're done.
Or like you're on the island, you see a boat coming towards you. And you're like, oh, the boat's going to come save me. And then the boat just goes right by and doesn't stop.
Or it sinks or blows up or something.
Gets attacked by like an orca whale and like sinks, something like that. Yeah, that's basically what this is. The Patriots are a guy on a desert island. Drake Maye is a boat. And you're just hoping that he doesn't get sunk by the orcas. That's basically where we're at right now. And that's a tough place to be in. But somehow that is still considered a better place to be than wherever it is that the Miami Dolphins are.